Hello, 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 hello. I tried to type a name and it did not work. Still didn't work. What's going on here?
Nothing.
There.
Guy D is here.
Who? What?
Guy D. Ed just said hi to him a minute ago.
Yeah, you did. Guy ID. So, hello, hello. I'll go through the quick hellos here. We had Mary Oliver in the house first and foremost. Then we had Six Pennywise, and then me. And then Uncle Smiley is back and hoping he
Yes.
stays awake for the show, or at least for a little bit, he says. We got Xanadu and Beto. Hello, Beto. Sweet Polly, Jeremy's plants,
Ollie.
Steve, and Scotty.
Oh my
That it?
God! Did you see Richard Reynolds is here?
I did not see that Richard Reynolds is here.
It's going with the flow.
There's Denny and Sutton Road, Night Owl, Salient. Hey, Jesse. There's Richard. Depth charge. What's going on, bud? B Wood.
I think one of the cats is in my ceiling. I can hear it walking around up there.
Yeah. You better investigate.
We'll
You
just
don't
wait
wanna-
till it falls through.
You falls through right on midstream.
I don't know.
Shy Savage.
there?
Hello, hello.
Well, here's Nico.
It's probably your brother's cat.
I hope not. That cat's like 25 pounds. It's one fat cat. He makes Nico look like a little guy.
You? Did I say hello to you? If I didn't, hello, hello. And if I did, hello again.
Baby
Joe, did
cat.
Every time I see Jody's name, I just remember passing her in the class. She's waking up to go get coffee, and Rico and I were going to bed. You know?
Right? Yeah, she was just getting up and you were going out.
Two different worlds, you know. It's funny.
Yep. Yep.
Well,
So
she lives in the country.
she does, and she's a country girl, likes to get up early, get the stuff done.
It's
I thought
not
we'd
baby.
talk about. I know, Jeremy, you can't talk about it as much because you got your channel that has when everything's going to be released already. But whatever you can talk about, Ned, what are your plans for this coming year?
I don't know. I'm just look at how cute baby cat looks.
Here, Jeremy, let's talk.
A lot of plans.
There's Slim Tim. What's going on, bud? Yeah, so I was just going to go over what I want to do. I got to get this stupid tank. I've got this 150 high that I've been sitting on for damn near a year now, maybe over a year. That hey June, that
Hey, June.
Jason from Primetime Aquatics sold me, and I left it sit in the garage over the winter, or at least most of the winter, and it I don't know if the cold kind of made things shift around, but now it leaks just a little bit, so I got to reseal it, and I've been dreading that for the whole time, but I'm just gonna have to. That'll probably be project one. And then project two is to clean out the storage room that I have all my fish crap in and turn that into a breeding, not a breeding. I don't want to
Paradise?
breed.
A breeding paradise.
Yeah, a grow out, like a grow out area or quarantine. Because you wouldn't know, Ed, so much, maybe a little bit, because you do have a couple big fish, but when you have big fish, adult big fish, it's hard to add new fish right off the bat. You know what I mean? If you buy them, they're usually small, usually, unless
Oh, yeah.
you go crazy and buy.
Get a bunch of those 150-gallon stock tanks laying around.
Yeah, right. So you have to grow them out for a while, and then and hopefully the stuff that you already have doesn't die in the interim. That's what happened to me with the Arowana and Predator tank. The Predators were all established, and the Arowana was just big. And then by the time I got the Arowana big enough, all those fish I'd lost them through an accident on my part. So then I had to start all those guys over. So they're all little, and I'm like, oh, I can't win.
Well, I keep a 75-gallon just grow out tank.
Right, and that's what I want to do. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 20 highs that I can kind of put stuff in if I go to the swap and I buy, whatever. Hey, Cam Jim, and I can put them in there, quarantine them for a month or two, and then move them into the new or into the established tanks if they stay healthy.
Well, I'm growing out rainbows to put in my 200, and they're grown enough. I can put them in. I need to put those in there, and then I need to buy a bunch of Congo tetras and grow them out so they can go into the 200.
And what are you?
But
Hey, David.
I just don't want
Gerald?
to put Congo tetras in with the
Hey, Cody.
rainbows, and because I'll use it like as a quarantine tank at the same time. I'll take the rainbows out and then keep those Congos in there for maybe 4 or 5 months, maybe 6, and then put them in, so I'll know if they're sick or not.
Rainbows meaning the
I have
you talking
turquoise
shiners?
rainbow.
Okay, no
Turquoise.
so-
I have rainbow fish. Like
Yeah.
I've got turquoise rainbow fish, and they're not fully grown. They get pretty big, but I mean these guys are all at least they're getting close to 3 inches. They're not like 4 to 5 or whatever.
GRB, what's going on? Yeah,
Look,
and there's
one of my
Joe, Uncle Joe. What's that?
Yeah,
I look at the screen, one of my arms is missing. It's,
Yeah, he's.
oh my gosh.
it's like, where'd the other arm go?
It's just gone.
I wonder if that would happen with me.
If
We
you're
have
wearing
the-
green,
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
The
We'll
other
keep
thing-
talking and I will experiment.
yeah, give it a shot. If you
Growing up-
drop, I'll just bring you back.
Yeah, the other thing with growing out baby monster fish is you got to keep in mind the rate at which they grow, because like you got to get a bunch of them at one time so they don't just kill off the weak guy. If you get like 3, they'll all turn on one of them.
Right.
So like, but if
Hey,
you get
Maddie.
like an arowana, like a pike, a couple peacock bass and Oscars, the growth rates are totally different. So they'll like the peacocks and the arowana will outgrow the Oscars too quickly. Then they get the Oscar too big, they'll tear up those guys when they're small.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's the whole problem with having the big fish. I don't really call it. Well, maybe the arowana to a certain extent, but that's probably my only real monster fish. Nothing else really grows.
I mean, the arrow's got to be like twice the size of everything else you're growing them up with, or they'll just see them as like a worm up there at the top. They always go after them.
My shirt's too gray, but look at the green cup, Nico's water cup.
That's weird.
Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to bother you. You can sit down again.
He's like following it.
Yeah, right. What are you doing with that, Dad?
He just left. He didn't want me messing with his water, I guess. I'm going to go back to normal.
This isn't normal.
Well, look, my shirt, you can see static over it.
Yeah, you
gotta
can.
put it You got to put a virtual background behind you so it'll green screen it.
Well, I do.
Oh, but it's the same background. I can see it moving.
Yeah, your background is exactly the same. I don't know how you pulled that
What?
off. It's as normal.
I mean, I can see
Oh,
through the cup.
the background is in the cup.
It's because the cup is green.
Yeah, but
Nothing else is green behind me.
you should be able to
Let's see.
swap out
This
all that.
Easy Green. This is why you buy Easy Green, because look, It's got a new
That's
virtual.
weird.
That
That's
actually
actually-
looks pretty neat.
Yeah, that label looks better like that.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it's psychedelic. You know.
Cody says, I have an angel that has grown 3 times as fast and has killed most of the other angels. His name is Jerkules.
Yeah.
And then GRB, hey buddy, summer's here in the West Oz and hot, damn hot. Nationwide heat wave, 108 degrees. Holy hell, that is warm.
One of my channel members, he's down in Australia, and he was telling me in Discord the other day how crazy hot it was down there. Like,
And then Cheryl has a angel that would eat all her babies and killed her mate. Her name is Lilith, so she's on the same same wavelength. Lilith is an awesome woman. She didn't take crap from no one. So yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to consolidate. I want to get. I mean, the plan was to do a video, but I've been working. I've worked every day this week, so I'll have to do it tomorrow. But I'm going to do a long form. Hey, select John, long form, not a long, but not like your videos, but I'll do like a 10, 15 minute video showing the fish room, and then what I want to do to change it.
what does that mean? I'm a blowhard. She talks too long.
No. Hey, Grave Digger, what's going on? I dig the longer ones. I'll be
Jason's
honest
here.
with you. Jason,
There's definitely a sweet spot. I think.
Unknown.
I didn't see him. Depths of no, there he is.
Watch
Say that again.
I would say there's definitely a sweet spot, like that sort of 25 to 30-minute episode kind of thing. That's probably
Yeah.
the most powerful to most people. Once you get to, if you're doing something more than that, it better be pretty special. You know what I mean? If you want to keep people
Right. Like,
I think a lot of people don't like the real short stuff because I know I'm the same way. It's like I'm getting ready to do something and I want to put a video on to listen to while I'm doing it.
exactly.
Only 6 minutes. I'm like, that's too short.
Yeah.
You know, I need at least.
Yeah,
20
I'm
minutes.
looking. Yeah, and yeah, that's why I like listening to yours. I do Cam Kennan a lot. You know, when I'm driving, that way I can just listen. You know, I use it like a podcast basically. I don't get to see what they're talking about so much, but I get to hear it. You know, and I'm like, it's just noise in my head as I'm going wherever I'm going. Hey, Cinnamon. And yeah, if I don't want to be changing it, I don't want to have to be screwing with the phone every 8 minutes trying to find another video to watch.
But then, like I said, once you get over 30 minutes, you start evaluating: is this topic or is this person going to entertain me for that long, for 40
Yeah,
minutes or something?
right.
You good enough? Or do I care that much, whatever it is they're talking?
Jody, what Apistos are you looking for? Jeff Kane has a few varieties. Is Jody looking? Is this the same Jody? She can get all the Apistos she wants. Is there another Jody in here?
Maybe he means Jason because he knows that Jason spells his name weird.
He says, I have a genuine question. What heaters are people using? I can't seem to find a heater that doesn't crap out after 6 to 18 months. I use a lot of Jaeger or Heiger. No, not Heiger. Jaeger, right?
No, Jaeger's
Tiger.
alcohol. Yeah.
What's
Jaeger
the
Tiger.
what's the it's I thought it was a Jagger. The Eheim, right?
Oh, the German ones.
Yeah. They're glass, so you got to be a little bit careful with those because the big fish like to break them, but they
I
don't
just eat my
crap
room.
out on me. Yeah, I wish I could do that. The open stairwell would screw me.
So I use the
We
best
do
unit
have
there from Japan, Daikin, ductless mini split. Eat the room.
Yes. Yeah, if I could do that, if I could figure out how to block that stairway right there so the heat didn't just all go up right up the stairs, I'd be
At
I'd
the
be
bottom
looking
of
to
the
do
stairs,
that.
put up one of those big tapestries that you can easily just push aside to walk through, but normally is there blocking the air.
See the issue there? The
Yeah,
stairs
just
come out past the wall.
I'll just start the tapestry on the second stair there, right at the end of the handrail.
And you think that would keep heat in?
Oh yeah, look at the you've been to warehouses. Everybody had the big plastic hanging down, like
yeah,
at the
just those
entryway.
strips of plastic work.
I'm just thinking a tapestry would be something nicer looking, but it'll definitely prevent most of the air from going up.
I guarantee it would too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It'd be really fun for people when they run down the stairs. They get to go through
Yeah,
and
yeah.
feel like
My
they're
wife, every time she goes to bring laundry up or down,
It'll bring you back to
Nothing.
remember the 70s. You have beads at the bottom of the staircase. You walk through the
I don't know if that helps you or not, but there you go. I use the Eheim. I do have a couple Higer. Well, I have one Higer, I think. One Higer, and
I've
it's
got
been
one
working great.
hiker. I've got a hiker that they gave me free at Aquashella like 4 years ago. And it's a real cool thing. It's like a square block. And then it
Yeah.
has a digital
That's what
readout on
mine
the
is.
outside.
Yep, same thing.
So it's really neat. Yeah. It was it was supposed to go it was in Lisa's fish tank because when she did her aquascape, they didn't give her a working heater. So I ran over to the Higer people and they gave us one to borrow. And when I took it back to them, they said, just keep it. So I've been keeping it in my 75 and it's been doing a wonderful job.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
mean,
I have
it's
one.
been in there for years.
I've got one in my 90 with the flower horn that it's been working great for 2+ years anyway. I set the tank
You
up Christmas 2 years ago, I want to say, or maybe counting this Christmas, it would have been 3 Christmases ago. So 2 years ago, right?
If here's one thing that'll extend life to a heater though, is put water flow right next to it. So somehow either put a bubbler right next to it or what's the little thing? Not the what are those things that you buy? They have the little fans that suction cup on the side. Ah,
Oh, like a wave maker?
yeah, like a wave maker, but they got a special name. I use them. Well, and blow it across, and you see the heat will continually go through the whole fish tank. Otherwise, if the heat is always in one spot, it's always shutting off and turning off, and it's just not keeping a consistent flow. But if you have a nice flow, giving it flow, you'll give it a lot more life.
Yeah, I try to keep the heaters directly underneath the outflow of the whatever filter I have in there, which is pretty easy to do because I have so many filters in all my tanks. I don't have the fancy stuff that Jeremy has, where it just is self maintaining. It's just doing the work for me.
Well,
I
I
like
use about 8 heaters in my living room area for those fish tanks. So I do have some heaters.
And do you mess with them much?
No, I just leave them. I haven't done anything with them forever. This is my newest heaters in this tank right behind there because I found out these fish like to be in temperature of 80 plus. So I had to pump up the heat in there. And I don't know what it's called. I got it at Aquatic Aesthetics and it's his brand that he buys. It's got the guards on it so your plecos won't burn themselves if they suck on it or whatever.
You know what else I've been using is Siche. The last 4, because I do a lot of shopping with KG Tropical. So and they have the preset 78-degree ones. I'm not a huge fan of the preset, but they're working. I've got 2 sitting over there right now.
I
Not
miss
even out of
hanging
the
out with
box.
those guys. They were a
Me
lot of
too.
fun. I appreciate
Uh,
at least letting me be her assistant.
Yeah. Each day, upload a video of different length. Sunday, do a 30-second. Monday, 2 minute. Tuesday, 15-minute. Wednesday, 25-minute. Thursday, 40-minute. Friday, 1 hour. Saturday, 2 hour stream. And then what? Just do the analytics on it, see what does best.
That's a formula guaranteed to destroy your channel if you do.
What the hell is this guy doing?
I will not look kindly on that.
Uncle Joe's fish shed is Jody.
Okay.
I didn't realize that.
Is it supposed
I
to be
thought
Joe or Jody?
I've got a
You'll have
buddy
to let
named
us
Jody.
know. That's very misleading if your name is Uncle Joe, but your name is Jody. Although there are
Well,
guys
his
with the name Jody, so
Yeah, my buddy Jody. His name's Jody Stapleton. He was the center on my football team
yep.
in high school, and he got one of his testicles ripped off when he was in boot camp.
Well, all right.
I hate when that happens.
He got it snagged on barbed wire when he was doing like some type of stuff. They were making him crawl around the barbed wire and jump over it and stuff, and he snagged his testicle and lost it. But he managed to have kids afterwards, so it didn't matter. But he got an honorable medical discharge because you got to have both of them if you want to be in the service. Isn't that weird?
Really? Yeah, that is weird.
Why
would they care? How does that affect this?
I don't know. You're not allowed to be missing organs.
For the drill instructors, you know.
I guess.
You want to be in this corner. I only got
and
one.
Yes, if you go to Jason, if you go to Amazon, I get them from Amazon all the time. I don't tell the Amazon haters out there, but I shop for cheap all the time.
I shop for cheap toys on Amazon.
Whip, have you thought of a door over the stair built through the wall?
You could just frame in.
What about an elevator? You could do an elevator.
Wall out.
You can extend the wall down, frame in a door.
Yeah, I would have to bring this wall all the way like to here, and then we could put a door here.
Yeah, that'd be easy. But you know what? He's moving.
The hallway's right there.
So Whip,
he's not going to live there much longer.
In the chat, and I know my wife was very happy when I built her a laundry room upstairs, so she didn't have to go down to the basement anymore. There you go, man.
Yes, but see, I don't have a 10,000 square foot home like you do. I have a 1,400 square foot home that only has
somewhere up there for a washer. It makes stackable ones vertically, right? You know. Just think of how easy it would be for Mrs. Whip, just right there, easy peasy.
I know, right? She would have to give up a closet. Boy, words are hard. I'd have to give up a closet. Yeah. And she has a lot.
They're not going to live there much longer. They're coming here.
There's that too. Well, I hope anyway. That's the hope. Cody says, "All right, Whip, send me an address and I'll get started building your new wall." My insurance app says I'm distracted when watching YouTube while driving. Really? Get rid of that app. I used an old Canvas carport cover for a while.
You know, in dark rooms, sometimes you can get a door that's like a wheel. So you walk into it and then you spin it around and then it's covers the light behind you and you can walk into the dark room. You could put one of those in. That'd be neat.
Really? There's Mrs. Whip right there.
Your wife would love going through that with laundry.
Yeah, I'm sure she would. She'd love it.
You could put in a laundry chute, and then she could just say, "Whip, next time you come upstairs, bring up the laundry."
Yeah, right. You know, a couple years ago, that would have worked good because I was down here all the time.
You're down on the computer and you hear like a thump of clothes. You're like, damn it. You know, where clothes don't work.
And like a little bicycle ring. Fling, 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 fling.
You just hear the thud of the clothes, you know?
Damn it. Yeah.
Actually, if I'm ever in Chicago, I have
Uh,
and I'm going to run it down to your basement.
You're going to do what?
I'm going to get an Ethernet cable and I'm going to string it
Oh,
upstairs,
yes.
remote them, then I'm going to take it downstairs to your area. Where your
I'm
computer
telling
is.
you.
We're going to hardwire you, my friend.
That's another thing I'd like to get handled. This would be easier with a camera, but this I'm kind of in the middle of the room. This is where I've set up shop. So
Somewhere, I bet you there's a metal pole, round metal pole holding up that floor.
they're encased in drywall, but yes, and
Yeah.
we could do it right there.
Easy peasy. We drop it down in there. We put a mud plate on there. We go ahead and put like a 4 Ethernet jack on there, and then you could just patch in with it. Good to go.
Well, I don't know what you're waiting for. You know, you have an open invitation to come to my house and start this project anytime you want.
Actually, I'm down to like, I used to travel for work so much. I built up like a bazillion air miles for free kind of thing, you know, from the work travel. And I'm down to like my last $400 worth of miles or whatever.
Really?
Oh,
So
wow.
they held? Hey, Monster Fish Scale, Lori, what's going on?
Yeah. Either I haven't worked there for 5 years. They didn't like, they basically put everything in, you had your own card, whatever, but it was through their stuff. So I still have the card, even though I don't work at the company anymore. Because it always,
You just
I had to
you
get it
just read
reimbursed. Like, I
something.
would pay it, they would pay me back. So
Oh, yeah. What's that?
Jeremy from Aquarium Domain just said that 4,500-gallon fish aquariums are on Temu for 20% off until 1/15. He loves his. Highly recommends them.
yeah.
Whip, as big as Jeremy's tanks are, I would say that it won't be long till he builds one big enough that it's close enough for you to tap into his filtration
All right.
system.
Who told Select Bet about my canal project? My east-west canal I'm building. It's gonna be
Jeff
just south.
Pelham. What's going on, Jeff?
Is 4,500-gallon your biggest tank?
Currently,
No.
but when I tell you my 2026
tank.
figures, that might change. So
How big is the koi? That's not really a tank, though.
Is that the one that's going to be on your porch? Or you have like one that you're going to build on the back of on a slab at the back of your house, right?
yeah, I'm gonna remove the sunroom that's there and make a full, full room, like a regular construction room. Not right now, it's all glass, the ceiling, the walls, it's all glass.
See, right now I've got a sunroom upstairs and I've got that whole area that's just empty. And I've got a stupid hot tub out there that I've always thought about turning into a little koi pond. But I think I'm just going to screen it off and turn it into a cat house or like a cat area for the cats to go outside and use the litter. And then
That's
I don't have
actually
to have litter in my house.
The sunroom of my house, it came with the house when I bought it, and the reason they had that is they had a giant hot tub in there.
That's usually the go-to move.
Yeah, it was huge though. I mean, it was dilapidated when I bought the house, but it was still there physically.
The hot tub or the
hot tub,
the entire room. Yeah.
Now the room's okay. It's even got that thing where on the wall you can set a humidity, and there's a fan that'll come on and exhaust air out of there and stuff like that. But yeah, it had this giant hot tub, and it still worked, but it was just old school, right? Like it was probably from like 1980 or something, but
Oh yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
gigantic. Was the,
Did you take a look at Rich's, Big Rich, over when we were there?
Nah,
His
it
is
was
enormous.
covered in junk.
You know, he does everything big too, but yeah, his is enormous. It's like 16 seats or something. I don't know. It's something
My
ridiculous.
God,
It's
that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I'm not kidding when I think this one was like 10 to 12 people size thing.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
probably would depend on who the people are, whether you want to have that many in there. But
Yeah. Right.
yeah, Big Rich takes up the space of 4 people. So he probably has to have a huge one when he goes in, because otherwise the water would just rise too high.
I was getting ready to say, how much water is he going to displace? You know,
Well, less now than before.
His hair
yeah.
takes up a
Only
human.
one time I was there, they had a ton of stuff piled on top of it. You know, what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Is that right? I see. I don't even remember. I've been there a couple times, and it's been open at least once. I remember looking in there, going, "Holy cow!"
I
It's like
remember.
3 times the size of the ones I see around here.
Yeah, I remember I was sitting on the edge of that couch they had pushed over in front of it, talking to
Ben or
Ben
Joe
Ochart.
or
Ben Ochart, yeah, and I think they might have had like the other sofa sitting on. There's a bunch of junk, you know.
yeah.
They had a bunch of. It was during
Anyways,
times where they had a lot of stuff on that walkway. You know what I mean? Like on the
Yep.
edge of the pool, it was all filled with.
Yeah,
a
they
whole bunch.
were like in the middle of a project where it was.
Yeah. It was like an in between state where a lot of stuff was
Yep.
moved. You know.
Yep. So Pennywise says she uses a sponge filter, so she's not sure where to position the heater. You're just right above it, really. I mean, that's what I do with
Or-
mine. So
Yeah,
the
right
around-
bubblers are going right by it.
you could put a air stone underneath it and even let that bubble up. Oh, you know, up, and it'll pull the heat upwards if you put the bubbler below it. So you'd have to
Right.
have 2 hoses going into your tank. But
Well,
I mean, air never hurts a tank.
if the sponge filter has air coming out of it, I mean, it would work just fine. You don't need a
Yeah.
second one, do you? I don't
No,
think.
but I mean, if she really wants disbursement of the heat quicker, because the sponge filter is still gonna, I don't know what size sponge filter, but it's probably gonna be at least 2 inches from the heater. It won't be directly above it.
Right,
but
but
I
it's still pulling the water
Yeah.
up and around. Yeah,
Yeah, it is. It's
it
definitely.
just isn't. You're right. It's just it's
Circulation.
not a direct. It's not a direct hit. That's all.
Yeah, you're totally right, and I'm just being silly, probably.
No.
I just like to focus my stuff directly into it.
Yeah, you want that direct.
Well, the first time I put one of those, gosh, I wish I could think of what they're called. Saltwater people would know exactly what they are. Those little fans that suction cup onto the side. And,
There's your answer, by the way.
oh, powerhead. Thank you. Yes. Man, you're good. So you put the first powerhead I ever put on was so funny. James was over here and we hooked it up, and it was so powerful. All my not duckweed, I didn't have duckweed. All my guppy grass like blew to the other side of the tank. It was unbelievable. Because all I had was mollies in 120 gallon, and I had lots of guppy grass just floating in it, and it just balled it up to one side.
That's what
I was
happens.
like, well, that's still too powerful.
When I clean the filter on the, I have one of those Sharp, I think of 500 in the cube. It's the smallest one. It's not the nano, but it's the next one up. And there's duckweed all over the place in there. And when I clean it off and allow it to blow at its maximum, it's same thing, because it's such a small. I think it's 18 by 18. So, it just circles around in there like crazy. Turns it into a washing machine. McNuggets. That might be an inside joke. Protect the
I had
McNuggets.
McNuggets today.
Oh, no, that's your buddy.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
I had chicken McNuggets today.
I knew a
I
dude
discovered
named
something.
Smokey that had one of his nuts removed from a bicycle without a seat and just just a post. I worked with a guy, no injury that we know of, but he just didn't show up for work one day. And when he did show up, a couple days later, he said, "Yeah, one of the testicles swelled up the size of a softball, and they had to take it out." I'm like, "What the hell?" Just randomly, whoop.
Geesh.
Hey,
Well,
hey, hey.
I went to school with a guy named Kirk, and he rode his bicycle everywhere. And we had the city or the town like drunk guy. He was an old man who drove his car like 5 miles per hour everywhere. And somehow Kirk saw him, but he figured he could always drive or ride his bike in front of him. Well, the guy hit him and didn't realize it and drug Kirk for 2 blocks before he
Oh.
stopped. And it rubbed his nipple right off. And that's the only injury he had. He lost his nipple from being drugged on the car or in front of the car. But that would have to hurt.
It's
I'm
like,
glad I didn't know Ed until I was an adult because these people in his childhood.
yeah, right. Yeah. It's a rough go for him. John, take out that you have to understand my wife is 5'2", so that's more than 2 feet. She'd never make it back up.
Put a small trampoline there,
Right. You could put the door back at the top of the stairs. No, I can't. Remember, we'd have to remove all that molding around there again.
The problem with putting
at the
the
top of the
door at the
step?
top of the stairs, all the heat collects up there.
Yeah. Yeah, it still goes up.
It's unbelievable because like I've got a fireplace down here and it's got a remote on it, so it turns off every time it gets below 73. But I've got my stairs going up to my folks' house, and then we have got separate doors between ours. It's like 80 degrees at the top of the stairs up to their house. If my dad would just open that door once in a while, he could heat his house on me.
Right.
You know what's funny is because I have the basement so warm for all the fish tanks, the floor of the upstairs is really warm. So it's like the opposite.
Nice.
Normally, if you lay on the floor is cold, but in my house, the floor is warm. Like the dog and the cat, they know all the perfect spots, like right above the big tanks where all the lights are that make the most heat.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Like, why are they just laying in that spot? I'm like, yeah, because right underneath it is about 2,000 lights of lights, just baking that floor.
that is an option that we could probably look into. The only issue I have is I still work and I work outside, so I have and I'm a bigger than normal human, average human. And my clothes are, big and bulky because you're outside and they're dirty, nasty, gross. I don't know if a little washer would work.
They have
Yeah,
normal size stackable whip, but here's what you do: you've already got
full size stackable.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the ones that you put in like the mobile homes and stuff, and that ain't gonna get her done.
No, they got full size. They've even got ones where the one unit does the washing and the drying. You don't even have to have 2 units.
What?
Yeah, but here's the thing: you still got the one downstairs.
Awesome.
You can just do your stuff down there, and then other people have got the one upstairs. So your basement, no one needs to go there but you.
We're going to start a project right now for my mom because her washer and dryer are in the garage and she has to take 2 steps down and that's hard for her to go downstairs. So we're going to level it all out through the washing room all the way across. So that way she can go right from the kitchen straight to her room without taking any steps.
Yeah, I just did the whole washer dryer thing because I got tired of getting yelled at for leaving my tools all over the ground down there and everything, But now that no one needs to go there but me, it's great,
Right.
Problem solved.
I've got my own washer and dryer too. I'm going to set up my 3D printer in there soon. I'm going to get both types of 3D printers so that way I can have I've got like counter space in there. I figure I might as well use it for something. I was also
Geez,
thinking
well,
about setting up a spray paint booth in there.
I'm almost 20 minutes behind already. Let's see if we can power through some of these. If you heat the room and heat rises up the steps, you're just supplementing the heat upstairs. I'd be cooking us upstairs.
My heat never turns on upstairs. It's always just ambient from the floor.
I mean, we can try it. We can certainly try it. I mean, it's worth a shot, right? Can't hurt. Might help. What about the sliding barn door? Love those. Yeah, that definitely won't
Those
work
are
here.
cool.
I like them, but that wouldn't work here.
You gotta have that big space.
Yeah, I would have to do what we said originally and just build like a
How about a dumbwaiter?
couple walls here. For the close?
Yeah, that would be neat.
I actually thought about that, putting a hole in the floor and just dropping stuff down, like a laundry chute back in the day. And I don't even think people use those anymore, but back in the day, you could just toss them down the hole.
With the dumbwaiter, you can send them back up too,
Yeah, right.
And with remote control stuff.
A thick wool blanket. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that if it was just me here, but Crystal wouldn't appreciate that. Or
here's what you do. Go exactly halfway up the stairs, install a door there, so when you sell your house, the people who come walking through with the realtor are just like, what the fuck is this?
What is this?
Multiple doors. But you got to put a deadbolt on it.
Yeah. On the inside or on the upside, so that it's like I was locking people down here.
Yep.
Lock the doorway at the top. Yeah. That's the way that there was a door up there once upon a time. It's a very cramped up there. So I took it out because there was a lot of, you come up and you have to make an immediate left to go into the kitchen. And it's only maybe a 3.5 to 4 feet by 3.5 by 4 feet landing. And then you go into, if you have a door up there, there was actually, Crystal would have to remind me or not. I think there was 2 doors up there where one was to kind of block off the whole area, and then the other one went down. But maybe not. I can't remember anymore. It's been a long time since that happened.
Hey, Whip, have you already talked to Crystal about that 600-gallon tank you got from OFR? Where you're going to put that upstairs? You're saying, like where that sofa was in the living room? Oh no, you haven't talked to her yet. Okay.
Are they actually getting rid of a 600?
No, I'm just messing.
They are getting rid of something. I can't remember how big it was though. Just when one of the recent, the one that's in front of the sump that they use, the pool pond sump that's rusting. Right.
Yeah, I don't think they usually get rid of big stuff unless it's got a problem.
Yeah, they're upgrading. They want to put a bigger tank there. Hey, Cecil. We all get connected for free.
Keller.
Filtration?
Filtration? Maybe that was filtration.
Probably,
yeah. Filtration, yeah. Corrected it right there. See, we figured it out without even help.
Scotty.
Just took a minute.
I looked to see where the F and the D were, and they're right next to each other. So I'm like, yep, that's a mistake I probably made myself.
Wait, can you go back? What was the one? $50?
You can start playing D&D soon.
I'll put $50 on the project if you can stop by and see if I can see the progress. Hell yeah, you can stop by anytime. You don't even need to give me $50.
Well, do you realize that we got Killer Kitty, Scotty, and Jason? The 6 of us could break out a game of D&D.
Killer Kitty's here? Oh, and Zanny too? Yeah.
Well, and Extra's here.
Dread. Yeah. Hey, Judge. You come to
So I guess
judge.
we know who
You come
doesn't
to
support
judge.
us.
Yeah. Freaking Kalish.
And Chris.
Oh, and Chris. Yeah, but he doesn't
But-
go anywhere.
I was gonna tell Jason I'm gonna be up in PA soon. In a little less than 2 months, I'll be heading up to PA for ZolaCon, which is like an hour south of Allentown, I think.
Yes.
So if you want to go, I'll be there. They'll probably have Godzilla toys. It's a toy convention. It has all types of toys.
Oh,
I will be right back.
And
you're speaking
Oh,
his
we lost-
language. He said he'd
We
be
just-
right back.
okay. Yeah, there's a toy that I really want that's only going to be sold there. So if he comes, I could give him money and he could buy one with me in line, and then I'd have two.
While I agree with you, if you have a sponge filter, your argument is null and void because heaters are aesthetically unpleasing, but sponge filters are the worst.
Or you can buy yourself one of my trusty sponge filter hides. Do I have one?
I have
Let's
one.
see. I got two
I have
Cthulhu
one.
ones.
I have one. Look it.
You could, yeah. Oh, you've got the monkey, and I've got a Cthulhu one right here.
This is actually
And you see your sponge filter hides there. The monkey's really cool, isn't it? I like that monkey.
Yeah, Crystal really liked it. That's why I bought it for her, and then we never put it in one of the tanks. It's supposed to go in the in that one that we got from the Clash, but
We forgot to bring these two Cthulhu ones to see if anybody would want to buy them. There's my other Cthulhu one. I left them in this room. But they look pretty cool. See, they're real detailed, or I try to make them detailed, like
right.
some type of weird altar.
Preacher, what's going on, buddy? And there's Sleep. What's going on, Sleep?
I need to
Jenny,
put them
Jenny?
in all my fish tanks in my fish room. And then once I start going live again from my fish room, you'll be able to see
There
all
she
my
is.
stuff in my tanks.
Do nipples grow back? Nope, they sure
Not
don't.
his. And that was like his pickup line in college. He says, I only have one nipple. And he has like this gross scar. It's like, yeah, that's.
Nah, I got
looked
no
like he
nipple, but
burned it off or
it's
something.
it's got great texture.
Oh, it's so gross.
It's like putting your hand across the road.
And the guy like weighed 115 pounds. So he's basically showing off just his rib cage. Dude, no, don't do that. I don't.
When I was in high school, we used to go to Chicago all the time, and I was pretty skinny my first couple years in high school, and we were walking. I was walking. It was hot, so I didn't have a shirt on, and this guy come walking past me. And he was already taller than me, which was, not usual back in the day, and he was much bigger. I mean, he was just a big dude, and he hits me right in the chest. He uses two fingers. He goes, poof. He goes, do some push-ups, boy.
Oh my God.
Right downtown Chicago. Yeah. I'm
Well,
like,
both of these,
okay.
well, I don't know where the place where Jody lost his testicle, but they both graduated in Illinois with me.
Uncle
And-
Joe's
and-
been
Things that
Hello,
happened
Kitty.
in
I
Illinois.
don't know if I said hello. I just highlighted your comment.
Oh, and then the guy that got the really big testicle, that was probably in Illinois too.
It was.
Man, I'm glad I'm out of that state.
Did you guys notice that Uncle Smiley is in the house?
Uncle Smiley's awesome.
He's been MIA taking care of Mom for a while, so
Ooh.
that was why he was absent. I wasn't gonna bring it up as to why, but he put it in the chat earlier that he was taking care of mom. You can milk anything with nipples.
Could you milk
somebody's
me, Greg?
somebody's
Can you milk
somebody's
a
been
cat?
watching. Hell, I can't even remember the name of that movie.
Meet
the
the
Fockers.
Parents.
Meet the Fockers or Meet the Parents? Yeah, one of
yeah,
the two.
whatever.
Yeah.
I think it was Meet the Parents. That
Yeah, I
one.
think you're right. Yeah. Wait, your name is
Finally,
Gaylord?
it's working again. YouTube said I wasn't subbed again. So if you get a notification, I subbed 20 times, Whip. I probably pissed you off and you unsubbed. Oh no, what did Judge do? Did I skip by Judge in a sad story? Did I block Judge? I see no Judge. There he is. Only saying hi. You'll have to post it again, buddy. Big Steve.
In the house.
My house is very drafty. The first floor bedroom, aka shrimp room, doesn't have insulation at all. I don't think. That's not good.
It's a kind of poor design there for the builder. Like,
Yeah, right.
we ran out of
Now,
insulation.
just the
I
opposite.
just broke the drywall. It's fine. You know.
David from Elfish. I think I heard him say. I don't think I know. I did. He's got a tank that's kind of sitting in front of a open area that goes back into like a basement or a crawl space or something. And he said that there's cold air coming out of there and it's screwing with the tank. I don't know if he's got that moved yet or what. I did kind of skip forward. I apologize, but when I went back to look for that post, I lost where I was.
You know, there are ways to put insulation
Susan,
in
hi.
your walls that is a lot easier nowadays. You can literally get like the liquid foam that'll fill in. So they just drill a hole between your wood, all the way across,
or whatever they're called.
or not rafters. What's the skeleton of your walls called? Well, and they put it in and it just fills in solid, and it'll like do an amazing job sealing up any cracks or anything, because any cracks or holes that are on the outside of your house will be filled in too, and it'll totally shut down any drafts you have, unless it's actually coming through your windows. And then get some Pella windows or Anderson windows or something, and you'll be good. Pella though are kind of expensive, so
I don't know if you heard me, but Susan's here.
Hi, Susan.
And Scotty says that you don't want to hang with them when you're in his town, which is understandable because, I mean, who does?
Why does people not want to hang out with him?
Because he's Scotty.
Well, Scotty, don't tell people that. Why is he telling people that? Scotty, don't say you want to come hang out with me. Tell him that you'll take him to the fish store or something. Or is he talking about if you go to his house, you'll feel his draft?
I don't know.
Maybe he just doesn't want. Maybe he doesn't want people coming over to visit him.
Yeah, don't do it. Whoa! When is Ed in town? You're going to be up there the first
me.
PA. Yeah. You don't want to hang out with him.
Oh well, Scotty, if you want to come to the toy show, I just figured you have nothing to do with toys. Ooh, Big Steve. I found
what's going on?
The action figure that I made Big Steve out of is actually on Amazon right now for $30. And I'm going to show it to him and see if he wants me to buy it. And I'll show it to him and see if he wants me to buy it. Amazon. because I didn't want to buy it if he doesn't really want the action figure. Hulk always.
Hurry up. Nobody wants to just look at your mug. Not when I'm here. You know, I'm much prettier.
You're on the big screen.
Hulk action figures. Never say toys. What am I doing?
It's the first time I can actually see the fish in the aquarium behind him.
Yeah, right? Well, they're getting
gosh.
bigger too.
Yeah.
We're just waiting on you, buddy.
Come on, guys. Up, up, up.
Sorry,
Okay,
I didn't
hey.
mean to back from there, Whip.
Oh, sorry. Hulk action figures. It doesn't. I got to type Hulk. Okay. Sorry.
You ready?
But I'm always looking for it in this one action figure. They stopped making it a few years ago. That's it. That's the one I made him out of. And you see, I painted it.
There it is.
He's got gray skin, but I painted mine and gave him a goatee. But
Split
and
image.
it's only $30, which is really surprising because most Hulk action figures that are old are like in the 60s and stuff, just starting. So it's because Hulk's weighs so much. I mean, such a big character.
Right. He's huge. You're right.
Yeah.
Kitty has
I can go get him.
the bird.
I'll grab
sponge.
him.
So I've got the monkey. She's got the bird, and then Ed had the Cthulhu. We're doing well. How about you, Jay? Mr. John Oliver? I hope you're well as well.
What was the monkey's name for Peg? Weird.
What was the monkey's name for packing? Weird Man? I have no idea. Oh, now he's gone. The question to Ed is gone, and he's not here. Will they have displays of the 1970s handheld computer sports games? I'm going to guess no, but we'll ask when he gets back. Ed,
Oh, that's what I was going to say earlier. Is to me, it was the first time I ever noticed that it's overtly. I always thought it was overly stocked Oscars. You know.
Oh my God! I've been saying it wrong this whole time too.
Yeah, it's overtly.
Overtly.
Like a dummy.
But I'm the same guy that was looking at Shy Savage and thinking it was Chris Average. So there he is. There's the man, the myth, the legend right there. Big Steve. You know, you've got the mic up in the air, so if you're talking, none of us can hear you.
It's a big action figure. Look at Big Steve is so much bigger than Ryan Reynolds.
Well, he's the Hulk. It's the way it is.
So, yeah. If you guys want to if anybody wants to go to Zolicon with me, let me know. Because that would be awesome. It's in, let me think of what the town is called.
I don't know if it was a serious question or not. While you're thinking, it says, Ed, will they have any displays of the 1970s handheld computer sports games? Do they have the vintage stuff or not really?
No, it's only going to be action figures and toys.
Oh, okay.
And I think it'll be mostly newer stuff within the last probably 20 years. Because it's where people show off their new stuff that they're selling, but you'll have some vendors that'll have old stuff. But yeah. I've never been to Zolicon. It's supposed to be like all action figures across the boards. Because I normally just go to G.I. Joe Fest, which is just military action figures. But so I'm looking forward to this.
Cool.
But yeah,
Dredd, the judge here wants to know how many fancy goldfish. I guess it depends on what kind of fancy goldfish you're looking to put in there. Because if you're looking at Orandas and stuff, you're not going to get in a 29. I wouldn't put more than one of the big ones, right? If you're just talking
Yeah.
those little fantails that only get about that big, maybe 2 or 3.
I mean, they get like the size of a softball.
The
And they
red
poop
for sure,
so
yeah.
they poop so much. All those
What are the other ones?
fish.
The Ryuka, something like that.
Ryu. Well, I had 2
They get
Moors
fairly
and
large too.
Ryu together for a little bit in a 55, and it was too much.
It was too much
Yeah.
for the filtration to keep
I-
up with.
I had a really important question for GRB also, but I don't remember what it is. I was thinking about it just yesterday. Literally, I was thinking, man, I gotta ask GRB the next time I see him.
Lost his what? What'd you lose on Big Steve's little doll?
Nothing. He's got a. Oh, maybe his name tag. It's on his foot. Killer Kitty wrote that.
Ah, that's why you're never
Oh wait,
going
it says
away now.
Killer. Wait, it says Killer Kitty on there. I think Killer Kitty maybe like Big Bean Big Steve instead. Or maybe he stepped on Killer Kitty. I don't know. But yeah, he's got all of his stuff.
Men's nipples are pointless anyway. He's like, gee, I kind of like mine.
They can be pointy if it's
Yeah,
cold.
there is. There's Eyeball, the Eyeball Pirate. What's up?
Hi, Lance. But yeah, so Zolicon is the last weekend. It's February and March, whatever that last weekend is that connects. And it's in the place where George Washington made his base. What was that?
I'm
Too
not a
many
history guy.
forts and stuff.
Bunker Hill.
Nope. Close.
Before he crossed the Delaware River.
No, it's where he hung out. It was like his base in Pennsylvania. I always want to go Fort Leonard Wood, and that's where they train army men, but I grew up near there. Not Fort Sumner. Oh my gosh. Scotty, help me. What's your place called near you? Well, what I'm going to do is my dad and I and my brother are going to go up there on Friday. They're going to go to the museums because they like battlefields and stuff. And then after the show, we were going to plan on driving on Saturday, driving down to Gettysburg and checking out Gettysburg again, and then drive home on Monday. They have a casino. It's at the casino there, the convention.
So start reaching out to Ed if you want to go to the toy store, not store, convention, right?
Hi, John.
It's a convention, right?
Yeah, it's a convention. Zolicon, ZOLO.com. Or maybe
John,
just
I have been growing it out since forever. 2001.
1953. Oh,
2001 September. It was that was 911. I'd have to look at when my cousin got married. I cut it, and then I haven't cut it again since.
Yeah, it's weird.
Since
But
My
it keeps
red?
breaking off.
Look at the red is out of my beard, and it looks like I've got Whip's beard.
Yeah, you got that stripe in there.
Weird.
Copycat.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up because it's gonna drive me crazy.
Jay, I think Whip came out the womb with that hair. I wish it would stop breaking off, because I mean it would be down past my ass, but it just I have to do some other plan, I guess. There's Sage Cave of Wonders right there. Hi. And I'm still so far away.
Click faster.
Ed doesn't want to hang with me, only Jason.
Well, I just thought that Jason likes Godzilla stuff.
Yeah, you don't even know what Godzilla is, I'm sure.
Well, there is that. It might be an overload for the poor guy.
Yeah, right.
What
What
are these
is all
little
this
men
stuff?
called? Are these all Star Wars?
John says, my house is cinder block construction. Back when they built it, they just blocked it up a square and put one
Oh,
by
Valley Forge.
every so often to attach drywall to. No studs, no insulation.
Yeah, just
And
fair.
studs
You're all
is
the
the word.
studs they need.
Yeah, that's the word you were looking for too. Kitty
Yeah.
answered that earlier, and now John has as well.
Well, killer. She's a professional stud.
My basement is just block. That's
Salesman.
Scotty. Heck yeah. That was probably from 20 minutes ago when we were talking about his little guy.
It's in
There
Valley
are a few
Forge.
ways I'm lazy, so I would just glue styrofoam sheets insulation to the walls.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what I've been doing, John. Ed, can I buy a heater cover from you? I bet
Bet I
you
can make a
sure
heater.
can.
The problem
Oh,
with
It's not a heater,
covers
though, it's
is
the- Oh, sorry, but you're making sponge filter hides is what these are.
yeah.
Although
The
you-
problem with putting a heater behind something is it's like the opposite of what I said. You want your water to flow as freely as possible around your heater. But I guess if you would put a power head in front of it and then have the hide, like if you wanted to log or something, I don't know if you want to hang it sideways or what, you could have the water flowing across it. But I would not just put a stationary heater and put something in front of it to hide it, because you're going to really overwork that heater bad. You're going to burn it out a lot quicker.
You
You know
almost
what?
have to like drill holes or something, right?
We had some people over for New Year's Eve, and I have Ed's the thing I bought from Ed. It's on the table in the main living room, like between where people sit. And so many people ask me what it is, and I just kept giving them vague responses, like, oh yeah, it's what you think it is, or oh come on, you can tell what that is, right? And I would just walk away like doing something. Yeah, they're all just like, at one point I
Is
walked
that
in
the
there,
hand?
yeah,
Did you get the hand?
hand with
The
the
fingers.
growing out the shell. It's like
Yeah.
there's like 3 people just standing around like discussing what it is. I was like,
Well,
June
that's
had to edit
good.
her name 4 times before it was correct.
and honestly, I don't know what it is either. I just said, hey, my friend Ed made it for me.
Yeah, I don't know why I made it. It was just it was a weird craft that I made, and then everybody wanted one.
Well, I remember you were making Elite. I don't know if it was the very first one, but I saw you making one on a live stream with Skipper, and it just the way it looked just cracked me up. I was like, I gotta get one of those. I don't know why, but it's like creepy and funny at the same time. I don't know. It's
I
like,
must have one.
I gotta have
Well,
one.
I made it for Dr. Awesome's auction. I wanted to make something weird for an auction. And so I made the first one, and then XDo was bidding also. But XDo did it in a bid with a super chat. And he sent me like $160 or $100
Danny B.
super chat. And so then I made 2 to send him
I
one.
got a crazy deal then, man. Holy crap. Yeah, it's just funny
Yeah.
because people walk by it, they always do a double take. They look down like, what? What is
You're like, what the hell?
I think the thing is they see the shell and they think it's just like someone who has like a seashell as a decoration. It's not till they see the hand growing out of it, like they realize it's a hand. They're just like, what the hell's going on?
Well, it won 3rd place in the art show.
I like that there's really there is no real reason, like there's no answer to it. You know what I mean? It exists, but know,
Just weird.
no real reason for it. You know? Just is.
Action figures might have been neighbors. Maybe that's how it happened.
I don't know what
The
you mean by
judge
that.
says, "Do you have any experience with nearite snails or mystery snails or any of the pest snails?" Ed.
Yes. And depending on what type of fish you have, loaches are the best, I think, for getting rid of your snails. And like, I would suggest a zebra loach will destroy, absolutely destroy.
Well, is he looking to get rid of them? I don't know that he's looking to get rid of them.
Oh, well, yeah. I don't know what the question was.
It wasn't just that. Do you have any experience with them?
Yeah,
Because the
or
first
if you
two,
got a
you
pumper,
don't want
it's
to
fun.
kill off the narite or mystery snails. I wouldn't imagine.
Oh, there's Dr. Anthony right there.
There he is. He's all drugged up on NyQuil. He must be not feeling so good, which is why he's not here
Can't breathe out
tonight.
of my nose.
Danny V, hello. In case you didn't hear me earlier, I did say hello. My action figures are still in the box, as they
Yeah,
should.
I got a bunch in boxes, but I also like to take them out and have fun with them too.
And John's getting naughty. Killer, what were yours and Steve's action figures doing that they were wearing each other's tags?
Well, it was on the bottom of his foot, so I bet he stepped on her.
Yeah.
What happened though is I had planned
They were
on
trying on
using
each
this
other's shoes.
80-gallon tank. I've got this plastic, or I've got the what's the fake plastic? What do people call that? Why can't I
Resin.
think when I'm on camera?
Are you on resin? What are you talking?
No,
Fake plastic.
or the fish tanks that are made of plastic. Well,
Really?
that's what I had. I was going to
Acrylic?
bring an 80 acrylic. I was going to bring an 80-gallon acrylic tank because I've got two outside by the hot tub out there that doesn't work. Well, they might work, just never filled it. But I got two 80-gallon ones, and when I went to take it, I didn't realize they were completely scratched, so horrible on the front side that people would have to see through scratches. The only thing I had empty that I could carry by myself was 20 long. And so I packed like 80 people in a 20 long. So I had accessories, like I had Stephen P. I was going to have him wrestling an alligator, and I had like accessories for everybody, and instead they just got wedged in there.
All
But
wedged in. Yeah. It actually came out pretty not cool though. I have to say.
It did look good. I just still wish I
Yeah.
could have had all the fun.
I
Or
think
all their accessories.
Kitty and Kayla are the ones who set that up basically, right? You were just kind of handing them to them. They did.
They did an amazing job. They did.
So was it Oglethorpe or Valley Forge? One of those two?
Valley Forge.
There you go.
I still think it
Was that GRB that said that?
Yeah.
Wow, GRB knowing the PA system.
The American history, man.
Maybe he sings a song about it.
Oh, Scotty got it too, Valley Forge. And so did Susan.
That's where it is. Oh yeah, and it's Prussia, Pennsylvania. I've never heard of I've heard of Prussians, but I just didn't realize we had a place called that here.
I don't know if you can
Boy,
read
we're
that,
really
Jeremy,
behind.
or if it's too far away, but
I read it.
yeah, okay. I wasn't sure what kind of you look like you're 100 feet away from your camera there. So.
Oh really? No, I'm right here. Yeah, that's all. I mean, I've been to a fish store over in China where it looked like you walk inside and they had, I don't know, maybe a dozen tanks. Every tank was maybe 500 gallons, 800 gallons, something like that. Single arowana in each tank, and like hardwood floors and leather seats in front of each. It was like something like they were, but they were expensive, even relative, with the conversion of currency and everything like that. And it was basically like they had the fish there and everything, but then they had these books. It's like if you went to like a high-end auto dealer, you leaf through the books and they would build the aquarium at your house to transfer the fish to. And it had to be, like the place that sold the Asian arowana had to build the tank at your house and everything to make sure it was suitable for it and everything. And like literally, it was some of the tank stuff was set up for like lineage, for like passing it down within the family, because you were going to have this. And over there, it's dragonfish. You're going to have this dragonfish, which good luck and all that stuff. It was really cool seeing something in the aquatics industry at that super high level. It was pretty wild. Pretty much the only thing I've ever seen like that was koi, like in Japan.
Right.
Koi. There's like just some astronomically expensive ponds that they've got these things in.
You ain't kidding.
At the price of the koi.
$200,000, $300,000 fish. Could you imagine having enough money to buy a fish like that, and then look out your back door and see a raccoon or something just hauling it out of the water to munch on it?
Oh, they don't do that. Like those real expensive koi, those guys are in ponds that are built basically in the house. Like there's like a bunch of sliding glass doors that open and there's the pond right there, but you can't get in there. It's completely covered and everything like that.
That's the only way to do it. I mean, I suppose if you can afford a $150,000 koi, you can afford to put it in a house that will keep it safe. But
this was back in like 99 or 2000. There was a koi, a grand champion at the All Japan Koi Show. It sold for like $1.1 million back then. So I can't even imagine what they go for these days. The crazy high end.
The Aquascape just went over there, I think last year or the year before, and they were talking to the koi people, and it was ridiculous how much money they were asking. Some of them, they're not all high end, but the high end ones are stupid money.
Once you get into the hundreds of thousands of $1 million, it's a very, very select crop. I mean, we're talking very few fish,
Yeah.
And they're extraordinary, like a 4 foot.
Do mystery snail produce a lot of waste in the tank? Yes, they do, especially if they die.
Yeah, that's really bad when they die. But I see, like, I won't keep too many in there. I've had 2 big apple snails, and it wasn't even bad in a 55. So as long as you don't overdo anything, I think it's okay.
But it can be overdone real easy, just if you have the combination where they make babies. Snails are notorious for making more of snails. So
yeah, I was going to say they seem to always overpopulate themselves.
Nerite, you don't have to worry about that, but
yeah, the Nerites and the devil thorns have to be brackish. I wish the devil thorns were easy because I've got those also, and I love them. They're the coolest snail in the world. I have the Hercules rabbit snail, the giant snail rabbit snail ones. They're really neat too.
Right.
And they produce really slow. People say that's a live birth, but it's actually not. They pop an egg out and it hatches right away. But it's 1 to 2 every month or something.
Ben Ochart has those, maybe. He's got the big, they're like that big, when they're adults, and they're the cone, the long.
The devil thorns?
I think he's called them something else, but they sound like what you're talking about.
Black with a little bit of red.
No, these are white. They're white. Like kind of shaped like an ice cream cone, but they're not that big.
Mine are about 4 inches long, and they're real thin. They look like a nail or something. They're just a spike.
But he's got a ton of them. They just keep making more and more and more.
Oh, that's cool.
So Cinnamon says that hers was a cave for her gecko instead of a sponge filter. Is what she used it for. Kitty said she has a great taste. That's a great idea. He loves it. Plus it makes him look tough. All right, Susan, I'm sorry I probably missed you because it was 8 minutes ago, but good night.
You has a question for Jeremy.
You can buff out the scratches. Yeah, but he was looking to use it that coming weekend is the problem, June.
Yeah,
You couldn't see through it because he wanted it for the Clash. But yeah, had he realized that it was scratched beforehand, you could have taken a buffer to it.
I was also planning on bringing them to the OCA and us filling them up because they're slotted into 4 groups. So they're 4 20-gallon tanks. They're from my Aquatic Aesthetics. And I thought if we do a OCA thing where we needed to dump a lot of fish for people to see them alive swimming around in there, we could have done that.
Yeah, I screwed that all up for all of us, didn't I?
It's all right.
Hey, John, did you end up going to that? Did you go to the OCA, John? Or did you
John did.
There's Miss Shirley. Hello, Shirley. Big old roar. Fish at PetSmart are good enough. Can you really tell a difference between a koi that's $500 and $150,000? Well, people who are into them can, for sure.
Well, I would say maybe not the exact dollar figures there, but if you see a grand champion at the All Nishikoi Japan show, you know you're looking at something special. This thing is going to be, 4 feet long. It's going to be like 70 pounds. It's going to be shaped like a submarine. The colors are going to be insane. I mean, it's going to really look like something. You're going to know it costs way more than hundreds of dollars. You know what I mean? I don't know what you would value it. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of fish there. I saw that if someone says $5,000, you would probably not bat an eye at that. It holds up to that kind of number. You get like you're saying, you got to really be into it if you're going to put $150,000 for it or something like that. But there's definitely a few that you see that you'd spend a few thousand on if you were into it, and you had the right stuff for it. Everything.
It's kind of like a Pokemon pack. You can buy them when they're babies for like $25 a piece, and then you hope they develop into beautiful things. If you buy a package of
lot of
cards,
people do that.
Yeah. But they're still going to look pretty.
Well, there's some that you just look at and you're like, hey, this is not. I've never seen anything like this.
And there's so many. You know what? I didn't know either, and I'm sure you do, Jeremy, because you've got them. But there's a lot of different types of koi. I thought there was, the short fin normal ones that the hoity-toity people like. That those are the expensive ones, and then you got the cool looking, real flowy finned ones. What are those called? Fly? What are they called? Butterfly.
Which are not really,
but
those are not as well. They're not as well thought of, at least not.
Well, what they say over that the thought process in Japan is like, they have categories for colored carp for koi, but they always say like if there's a koi, no matter what, if you like it, right, then that's fine. You know what I mean? But whether it fits in a category or not, but in terms of what they're trying to do, they're trying to meet the highest levels of a specification for each category. So they're culling all this stuff. So for them, they don't even count it as a koi, but they can say, hey, if you like that fish, it works for you, then keep it, whatever, do whatever you want, whatever. But if you're trying to compare it to a Kohaku or a Tasho or a Showa, whatever, it's not going to meet those specifications. But it's only if it's like a dog, right? Like I've had dogs that were just mixed dogs. I love those dogs. They're great. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to show them in a show or something,
Right.
But if I did try to show it in a show, it wouldn't work because it was a mutt. You know what I mean? It's just not that kind of thing.
So I can't say these words, but somebody can read them anyway. These are the koi that are, their own category, which I didn't know was a thing. I thought a koi was a koi was a koi.
Yeah, they even have even within the categories, they have They have
Oh, so small.
Kohaku, Tasho Sankei, and Showa Sanshuku, which are the big three.
Look, and that's the top 3 right there. Ba-bam.
Yeah. Well, those are always considered the big 3, most likely to win, at the All Japan show. The reason the Tansho, that's actually a Tansho Kohaku, but it's because it's like the flag of the Japanese Empire, like the white with the red circle in the middle. That's why they love the Tansho. And then once you get into the Utsuris, like Shiro Utsuri is white Utsuri, Hi Utsuri is red Utsuri, and then Ki Utsuri is yellow. So it's basically Shiro white, Hi red, Ki yellow. Then they have that for Utsuri, for Beko, and then for Ogen. Ogen is just one color or single color. And then they really love a particular type of orangey red, so they call it Benigoi. So it has like a sort of a special meaning to them. Again, it looks like their flag kind of thing,
Right.
But then at the very bottom, the very last category, Koryumungyai, they basically, that category means it can look like anything if it's special and interesting looking, if it just draws people to it, but it doesn't mean any other category. You can just throw it in that category.
The Jin Masabas, they're
that's
really neat from looking above because their scales almost look like a dragon across the top of their backs. They're designed just for looking down on them, and you can get them real cheap as babies. It's the one right here in the middle next to this orange one. This one's silver.
Yeah, nowadays Israel and China pump out a bunch of pretty good koi, right? They're not at that Japan level, but they're like 85% of the way there. They're pretty impressive, and they're really cheap in comparison.
See if we can find a bigger.
John from Selectback, he says, well, no one told me the plan for all of us to go to the OCA was canceled. So I spent all weekend wandering around looking for Whip again.
Yeah, that whole thing fell apart. That sucks.
Yeah, I got, I ended up working, I think is what happened. What happened? No, I had a funeral. That's what it was. I had my,
yes, you had funeral.
Yeah. And when I canceled, everything kind of unraveled.
So that bottom middle one, that's an Asagi. That's actually the original koi. That was like the first one developed, the first color variant.
The one that's
hang on, I made it bigger.
Yeah, next to it is a Shisui, which is just the scaleless version of an Asagi. But they basically found koi that had like black and like gray, and they developed white and blue out of that.
Now I'll try it. Let's see if I can't finally figure out how to make it a bigger print.
That's bigger. Yep.
So if you can picture this, when I was a kid growing up, a few houses down the street from me, I live right outside of Washington, D.C., so there's a lot of people like in government and military and stuff like that. And one of our neighbors, like 5 houses down, he's an older guy. He needed his house painted. So he asked my dad, he's like, hey, you got a son who's like 13. Do he be interested for a summer job, paint the house? And so my dad said, hey, go paint so-and-so's house. He'll pay you whatever. So I go down there. I go into his backyard, and he's got this massive koi pond with all this Japanese imported koi. He was like retired from government. He was the ambassador to Japan back in the 80s. So
wow.
I'd never seen fish like that. They would all come over. He had a like a tuning fork for like musicians, whatever. He would hit different notes, and different fish they were trained to their note, whatever. They would come over and hand feed them. And if you took like a slice of watermelon and just put it in the water, the whole bunch would come over, right? But then the coolest thing he showed me is like he had a thing full of pellets, and he said, grab the pellets in your hand and hold them as tight as you can, and don't let the fish have it. Put your hand in the water. They come over. They're just like, they just suck it out. You can't hold it tight enough. They can't suck it out. And they start bum rushing you, and they're all 3 feet long, and they're just slapping water. But I was just like, I was blown away. I was like, I think I'll always have koi after that experience.
That's awesome. Did you paint his house?
I did.
Yeah. After all that, June says I had a comet goldfish grow to almost 2 feet. Jesus. Kitty says
I used
she loves them.
I
Doesn't
used
know
to
anything
grow
about
black
them.
moors out and sell them back to the fish stores once they got to about that big. Because the black moors, once
I
they get
never got
bigger,
them that
they
big.
like they shift to different. Well, my dad and I dug a goldfish pond in our backyard, and we'd keep them over the winter. It was like 5 foot deep, and because we'd keep them over the winter in Kansas City. I mean, there'd be a lot of ice, but they would do fine under there. And then they just grew to gigantic, and but some of them would turn black and red, some would be gold and red, some would be yellow and red, and some are not red, yellow and black, and some would just say black. And I'd take them and they would just give me like $25 a fish back then. It was awesome in
Wow.
the 80s. I was getting them for like 13 or not 13, about 35 cents a piece when they were babies.
To what you saying too, in Japan, there's certain fish when they reach a certain level of certification, they're illegal to export from Japan. So
Oh, I
I
believe
believe
that.
it.
I
the best
don't
ever.
remember if it was you or if it was somebody else that was telling me, but I don't know if it was you. Somebody was telling me that even like foods like Hikari, what they sell Americans or the rest of the world is a much lower quality food than the Hikari that they keep in house, like in country.
It's different, yeah, it is. That's essentially true because there's a weird thing. Hikari actually has the contract with the fishing company in Japan that basically controls the major areas of krill harvesting in that whole area. Like there's like a reason why only two people really sell like certain krill products because there's kind of a monopoly over there of who has sell that.
I'm gonna look to see if I got a bag of Hikari here and see where it was made, if it was made in America or in Japan.
I'm pretty sure it's overseas.
Yeah, I mean,
It was not-
they have a distributor here in America, but I'm pretty sure they do all of the packaging and processing overseas.
Kitty says, I set up a 300-gallon tub for my brother's goldfish he gave me after his tank sprung a leak. Yikes. I hate that when a tank goes down. Did you see OFR's latest video? I think, well, actually, I don't know if it was the latest one. I watched a bunch of them in a row, and they think Jerry might have put a second overflow into one of the tanks, and it was too much, so it was all coming out the top and over the back. They're walking up, they're doing their filming, and they're like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, you got to be careful because if you don't have enough flow, you'll basically start to build up air pockets in there, and you'll mess up both of them, right? Like,
right.
if you can't oversize like a J tube or whatever because doesn't work. You have to have a certain amount of velocity of water to keep the air from building up.
This was made in Japan.
Shirley, I did see it.
This was made in California. The frozen stuff is made in California.
Are you
I
sure?
want to call out Mexicali, trying to like just say hello in this big bulk thing. That's very impersonal. I think all these people
Japan.
Hello. Come on, Jorge. I mean,
you can do better.
Yeah.
George is the king of cool. So it looks like just the frozen products are made in California.
I suppose that makes sense. They'd be, with any kind of delay or whatever. Kelly Kev, what's going on, dude?
I like Hikari frozen stuff.
I
know
too.
that San Francisco is supposed to be the better shrimp, but I like the bloodworms I get from.
I don't like it. I don't like the San Francisco Bay or whatever that stuff is. The fish don't seem. I don't care. The fish don't seem to like it as well, so I don't use it. They tear that Hikari up though.
Picture Whip just popping cubes
Yeah.
of blood. Oh, it's like, yeah, it's like, but you got to tell us what this joke is. You know, somebody else was saying
Yeah.
there. Overtly Overstock was saying curious as well. Effing.
Yeah, Shirley got a whole got some new fish that are all pretty.
Nice.
Pretty. I'm kind of a diva, Jorge. I need my own hello.
I don't. I'm nice. You know, anybody that
not-
wants to go
it-
with me at the convention, one of the figures that I'm looking for is
Very
I
much
need to
more
find
colors
a
on the package. Ooh,
June
this is
body.
amazing.
Jorge's got that. Mexicali's got that crazy schedule. I can never catch his stuff live. You know, because
No,
it's just
yeah,
I know.
he-
he's-
he does it to work with the hey buddy.
Ross is here.
Hey, Ross Baltimore, what's going on, Pam? Man, I don't know what I said. I meant to say man. Pennywise says, I use Beta Hikari BioGold pellets. I do too. That's one of the foods.
there is.
Yep.
Some Hikari products are horrible. This product is horrible.
Is it the
Which one is
Vibrite?
that? I can't.
It's the Cichlid Gold. I actually took it out of my Keystone Flash bag. And the only thing I found in my fish room that'll eat it are my marine invertebrates, the crabs.
What
will
is
eat
it called? What is it called?
That stupid Hikari Cichlid Gold. Yeah, Cichlid Gold. That stuff is garbage. It's always been garbage.
That's what poor Whip loves.
Dude, my fish won't eat that, man. They're just like
See, mine.
well-
Look at
my
this.
Funko won't even eat it. Only
Whips like it.
is crabs. Crabs will eat it.
Crabs will eat everything.
Exactly.
Well, the thing is Whip's fish are used to living in crap water, so they like the food too. Or
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
that's why he can't grow plants, because he uses that food.
Before we put a door on Whip's,
Darius was kind
there you
enough
go.
to send me. Yeah, Darius sent me all this because you were there. We met him at the OCA, Jeremy,
Guess what I found, Whip?
and I talked to him about. Oh, you found the card,
I finally found
and
it.
he said, "Hey, give me shoot me an email, and I'll send you some food that your Arowana would like." Because he doesn't really make anything that floats. He only makes like one or two different foods that float. And I'm like, okay. So I was expecting like a single package, and I get this box, and it's just freaking full. But my fish won't eat it. It just sinks
Oh.
to the bottom, and nobody eats it. I'm like, what the hell? And I really want them to love that food.
Here, send it to me, and I'll send you a bunch of Hikari Cichlid Gold.
Okay.
Well, get a crab.
Get a crab?
Yeah, I
I was
feed
telling,
my
I was
crab.
telling Ed that only thing
expensive
will eat the
stuff.
Cichlid Gold is my marine crabs will eat it. You know,
Oh,
but like they'll eat anything. Like you can just put any. I mean, if a stink bug falls in the aquarium, the crabs will eat. the stink
you had
bug.
just started talking
That's
about that
awesome.
when my internet went in the crapper. I did. Now that
Actually, I want to reach out to Darius and try to work up a kind of a bigger thing. I have an idea for something, but his product, like I know, that, like it might take a minute for the fish to adjust to it, but what I can tell you with the Nordfin stuff, because I've been feeding a bunch of tanks, pretty much almost exclusively Nordfin, with just a little bit of like maybe 80% Nordfin, 10% extreme, and 10% like Hikari. The fish, they're thick and their body shape is very good. You know, I feel like there's just not a lot of filler, not a lot of crap, because they get big and they're thick and healthy, but they don't get bloated or fat. They don't get those big fat stomachs and all that stuff. And I found that like if I fed like all Hikari or not extreme is pretty good, but mostly like Hikari and other stuff, over time the fish tended to. I felt like their body shape didn't hold up well over time. You could tell there was too much filler in there.
Yeah, they're definitely too much filler. I just lost my Mike the Pike. He's been sick for a long time, almost a year. He's been nursing his way through, but he passed today. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna drain that tank down, pull everything out, let it dry, and then start again. Because I don't know what's going on with that thing. But he was like the third fish to get bent in there. Like whereas he turned into a boomerang.
We talked about it, man. We got to get a carbon block filter set up for you.
Yeah.
At least for the water that goes into your tanks,
Right. Yep. And I've been kind of looking, but I have to get more people. I need more than my income currently.
Well, if Crystal can get that second or third job,
I know, right? She's so lazy. I mean, geez.
It's like 8 hours a day. What the hell?
I mean, our daughter works like 2 or 3 jobs. She could. She's gonna come down here and just kick me right now.
I'm just giving you a hole tonight, man.
Yours love the Hikari or the North Fin? Because I'm not kidding you. I would love to use North Fin as the main staple. They won't eat it. It just sinks to the bottom and it just lays there. And I'm
and don't get me wrong, like all my fish love Hikari. They'll eat the crap out of it.
Yeah, here she comes. She's gonna nail me right in the ass.
If you just feed them Hikari, though, they always get overweight, And I'm feeding them the same. All I did, I have the same regimen. Like so, I think I got it. She's looking at me. I feed the same regimen, just different food, and it's pretty much night and day difference. So, it's like,
yeah, I think with the new fish, because even this guy that you can't see in there because it's so covered in algae, he's going to go into the 210.
Black
I just
Arrow?
haven't moved him, yeah, but I can't get him to eat the arowana food that is labeled arowana food. He's like, nope, give me that Hikari. All right. He slams the surface so hard when I put the Hikari in there, and he'll look at the North Fin. He might grab one or two, and then he spits them back out.
The Hikari food all has lots of garlic in it, just lots and lots of garlic. The fish love that garlic, man.
I think I don't know how much he uses, but Darius said that they put garlic in their food.
He probably if it's not
in the air.
If it doesn't do anything bad, he should probably add a little more garlic because the fish go nuts.
Parasites.
Well, there's a
yeah. I mean, fish like to eat it.
Hikari makes a jumbo carna stick, and you throw a jumbo carna stick in front of anything, and they'll go nuts for that thing. Man, everybody hits that.
I have that too.
The North Fin arowana food. None of my guys wanted to eat it at first, but once they did start eating it, now they eat it good and everything. But they all have better body shape now than they did when they were eating just jumbo carna sticks all the time. So,
how did you get them to switch over? Did you just kind of start blending it a little bit heavier and a little bit heavier and a little bit heavier, or what?
Yeah, I just took away the jumbo, or basically cut the jumbo carna sticks down to like 10%, mix it in with some freeze-dried krill, and then the bulk of it would be the North Fin arowana. Because luckily I had the tiger shovel nose, So anything the other guys when they were being, like when they didn't want to
Picky?
eat north fin, yeah, being picky. I had other fish that would just polish it up. The catfish was like, I'll eat it. He doesn't
Right.
care.
Well, and here I mean, he's too small he shouldn't probably be in there. But I have a spotted Raphael that I was hoping would pick up the stuff that falls, but if I leave it in there for a day, like if I feed him tonight, the arowana by Northfin, it'll sink down. It'll be in there in the morning. He won't eat it. He just lets it fall, and then the catfish doesn't eat it. And maybe it's too big for them because they're fairly little and they
Well,
have tiny mouths. But
one thing I did start doing is so for the period when I was trying to convert them over, I would cut down their feedings a lot. So instead of every other day, I would just feed them twice a week, and I would feed them about half of what I would normally feed them. So it created a lot of competition. And once all the fish see the other fish eating it tends to motivate them to go for it.
right.
There's definitely a competitiveness there. Because fortunately, the Oscars didn't care as much. It was basically the Arowana and the bass were the ones that took the longest to switch over. But because the catfish, the Oscar, and some of the other fish, like the wide bar silver dollars and the flat-tailed prochulotas, they don't care. They eat anything. So they saw all those other fish eating it, so they just started eating it.
Maybe that'll help too. Once I get everybody in the one tank, they're all spread out all over the place right now.
Yeah, it's been years now, and now, I mean, over the last few years, you can throw in just the arowana from Northfin, and they all hit it just as hard as they ever hit, anything else.
So. Right. I don't really have any experience with live food anymore. Back in the day when I thought it was cool, I used to feed comet goldfish to my big fish. I don't do that anymore, and I don't raise anything up, and I don't hatch anything out. So I am the wrong guy to ask. Ed, do you hatch anything out?
Well, I throw my guppy calls into the Beischer tank. So it's like if they have a chance to live, then they get to live, but most of the time they don't. Actually, nothing lives in that tank but the Beischer. I've got 2 ornates, and they literally will eat anything I put in that tank. So
yeah, my ornate ate my Kelvis. I'm like, what?
I had giant Otocinclus in that tank, and one day I saw the Beischer just chomping, and I'm like, what's it chomping on? And I went over there, and he's just biting the Otocinclus, and the Otocinclus eyes are like looking all around, but he's just pretending like he's a stick. And I mean, he looked like a sturgeon. He didn't look like a normal Autocat. I don't know if you guys know what they look like, but it was like this big. And the Beischers at that time were just, they were only like 7 or 8 inches. And he was just chewing up that thing. I couldn't believe it.
Did your brother get your fish room internet sorted, Ed?
Not yet. But we're working on it. Right now I'm begging him to hook up the one of the printers, because they don't make printers anymore that aren't Bluetooth. And I've got to make a label to put on something to send it out, because I got to return something from Amazon. And I've never been able to figure out how to hook up my computer to the Bluetooth printer. So it just sits there. It's been sitting there for like 4 years. And I begged my brother today, and he says, I'll try to do it tomorrow. So, but hey, I'm sharing a picture of my panther crab. I put it up a long time ago when we were talking about crabs, but my mic was in the air, so you couldn't hear me.
I could not.
So this guy is a fully aquatic crab, freshwater, and I got him when he was like 1.5 inches. For him, I bought 2, a boy and a girl, for the clash to put in my aquascape, and the female pulled all the arms and legs off the male and killed him. But now she's about
rude,
almost the size of my hand. She's like a tarantula in there. It's so creepy when she runs around, because she looks like a alien face hugger running real quick. It's really a creepy looking thing. I'm gonna probably put it in a 40 breeder because it's in a 10-gallon, and I feel like it's such a small tank for that big of a crab, and there's probably about 100 guppies in there too.
Oh, then
I
it's
threw
eating
like
well.
5. Well, I put like 5 guppies in there a year or right after the clash, and now I've got a swarm of them, and I've never taken a dead guppy out of that tank.
I bet.
The crab eats every dead guppy, but I don't think it hunts them because there's still guppies. I was figuring it would eat them at night when they rest, because guppies rest at the bottom of the tank. But yeah, weird.
Cody says it's pretty much the same when we were talking about Hikari keeping the good stuff for themselves. He says same goes for the pretty much anything German. They're all laughing at us drinking our imports. Pennywise says I rotate Hikari betta pellets, bug bite, and Aquion pellets for my bettas.
It's not German, but if you've ever had a Heineken over in Europe versus here, Nate, David, I mean,
Yeah, I would imagine, yeah.
it can be more different.
Coronas are so much better on tap down in Mexico. Oh my gosh. I mean, a Corona is just amazing down there.
That was just tap water, Ed. That's just the color it comes out. It wasn't a Corona.
Well, I like it. They have it like in their pop machines when you fill your, because you buy like a cup when you go to their resorts and you just can fill your cup with whatever you want. And Corona is like right next to the orange pop, in the machines.
Just to screw the kids.
Kids could do it, I guess. But I was putting it in a.
Hey, that's been a good experiment. We'll get Scotty eating nothing but North Bend fish food. We'll see.
I never had luck with those bug bites.
Oh, really?
My fish, none of my fish ever liked the bug bites. The black soldier fly larva bug bites.
Yeah, my fish were always sort of whatever.
Mine love the North. That's one North Fin food that they do enjoy, but it's not bug bites. It's like Bug Pro or something like that. I don't have one handy.
It's a weird food, but Sarah has discus and cichlid food.
Yeah, and I like a lot of Sarah's too.
All the fish will go pretty nuts over the Sarah food.
Yeah, I've
that Ochart got me hooked up on them. When I can find their food, I buy it.
I got some Sarah right there.
Oh, the ONIP tabs. Are those which formulation are they?
I don't know. This is one that I won this one. It was like in a big package of stuff. This is just the last thing I haven't opened yet. It's there.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's
the ones
true.
That stay good
Mark.
Or not.
He says live food is best, no doubt. Flake pellets is just so much easier. Actually, they put everything if you're buying quality food, they put everything the fish needs in those flakes and pellets.
But it is processed, right? So anytime you have something that's meant for to be shelf stable for a period of time, you have some level of preservative, right? So
yeah, that's true. You're right.
But that's about the. I mean, that what you're saying is true. They're using quality ingredients, but they have to stabilize it, So
and live food can vary drastically too. Like,
oh yeah,
depending on how you hatch out your brine, or you certainly don't want to be going to buy feeder guppies or feeder goldfish, because those things are horrible.
Well, with bigger fish, right? Like in the wild, you have the bait fish are constantly eating algae and detritus and everything, and amphisoria. So they're gut loaded with all this nutrition, right? So then when the big bass comes and eats that fish, he's getting all of that nutrients versus you go get a rosy red or a goldfish, and that thing is just it's just basically calories and nothing else,
It's emaciated. It has nothing. It's no nutritional value at all.
Yeah. It's very, like on the vitamin mineral thing, it's very, deficient.
You do hatch
these
stuff
guys are
out.
stupid.
Petricola. That's true. But 180 of those.
These things don't know what ONIPs are.
I hatch out bamboo sharks.
They're definitely not live bearers.
Yeah, you do. Have you got any pups yet?
So out of the 21 eggs I had, 8 of them produced sharks. The other ones, they I don't know, unfertilized or whatever. There's always a liquid inside, never developed, you know.
Right. Do you still have them, or do you sell them as you get them?
No, as soon as they get to the point where I can clearly candle them with the flashlight and see that there's a shark in there and that it's healthy and everything, I can see the shark and the separate yolk sac. I will take them. There's about an hour from me. There's a very large fish store. It's House of Tropicals, the one KG Tropical used to always talk about.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I'll take them over there and sell them for store credit. So
Cool.
How much do they give you for them?
they'll give me 50 for each egg. Yeah.
For each egg that's
That's
viable.
actually quite a bit. I was
Well-
figuring maybe they give you $5.
They sell the
They
eggs for $1.25, and they can. I mean, every time I come in, they'll be like, "Sweet," you know. They just sell immediately,
Right.
Oh, wow.
because there's unfortunately a lot of people who are like, "Yeah, the shark will be great in my 90-gallon," you know.
Yeah.
and I'll get something bigger before it's big, you know, kind of thing. Or I
My
saw on the
neighbor did
internet they only get 2 feet long, you know, despite
Yep.
the many videos I put up of sharks that are 4.5 to 5 feet long. It's like, no, they actually get pretty big, you know, and they're pretty like, there's one, I have it on video of me taking the shark up a ladder and putting it into the tank. And it's, you know, its head is smacking my head. Its tail is down by my knee, you know, it's like, it's moving my whole body like this. And I'm not a little guy. It's like, no, they get big. I mean, even little sharks get big, you know.
Now, do those bamboos ever bite people?
Never bitten me, but they've
Little
bitten a couple of groupers in half, you know. So
They
can.
have a shark that's about 2 to 3 feet long at the Tennessee Aquarium in the tank where you can pet all the different rays, and it'll let you pet it. And I was wondering what type of shark that was. Oh, I took a picture of it.
I mean, my sharks. The problem with them is they're too friendly. Like they're all over me if I go in the tank. I mean, they're just curious. For them, it's like playtime. Like, oh, what's going on? What are you gonna do? They're just curious, you know.
Yeah, that's what they do for me too, June. Like I dump it in for the jaguar, and he just he just watches it go past him. Like literally watches it. He's like, okay, I see the food coming in, and nope, I'm not eating that. He just watches it go to the gravel.
Okay, it wasn't a very good picture. Oh, or photo.
It's a horn shark, Port
Horn shark.
Jackson horn shark. Yeah.
He's
And we're-
right up there next to the glass, letting people pet him.
That Port Jackson can get like 5 or 6 feet long when he's adult. They get pretty
Oh,
big.
wow.
That's a cold water shark from Australia. But yeah, when they're little, but you know, because that
easier.
yeah, the horn's not poisonous or anything. It's just to prevent stuff from swallowing it. You know.
Well, that's freaking
Uh,
awesome.
Killer Kitty says, I'm glad Whip's guppies are safe from being live food. Yeah, I'm a big puss. I got 1,000 of them in that 40-gallon tub, and I don't know what to do with them. And I won't feed them off to anything. They're just going to kind of exist over there. I throw food in every now and again.
One thing I found too is that like all the fish, things change when they hit like adult maturity, breeding size kind of thing. Like for 4 years, my sharks were soft, cuddly, you know, swim in your hand. Nobody never bother anybody. And then they kind of hit that phase where they're like, you know, we're full grown
Mel.
now, we're gonna breed, and they got aggressive.
Oh,
They hit puberty.
Yeah, they felt their oats, you know. But I've seen it with other stuff too, like with bass. Once like peacock bass get to that 2.5 foot size, man. Whatever they tolerated for the last 3 years, they don't tolerate it anymore. It's different, you know. It's like this whole tank is now my tank. You know, they get that kind of attitude, you know.
How's Mel doing tonight? Came in right at the tail end here, last 7 minutes or so.
Well, about a half
Rosenbergs
hour
are
ago.
just cool schooling. No, it's only 10:03.
No, I meant how far behind you are.
I'm only 7 minutes.
Oh, well, that's good.
8? No, I'm 10 minutes now because I stopped. Holy cow, I'm 10 minutes. Yep, I stopped
PRP
raising.
would
Most of the tanks are small community. Yeah, I can't do them. They bore me to death.
So, Whip, I was trying to figure out when your wife was choking you, which one of the things that we said caused the choking? You know, was it the picking up of 2 or 3 jobs, or
Yeah, I'm sure it was the second or third job.
or the washer and dryer upstairs, or the 600-gallon OFR tank replacing?
It was probably an accumulation of everything, but telling her that she needs to go get another job so I can get more fish tanks. That's probably the one that pushed it.
Her way of saying that you said tonight is a no.
Rotation of food is good. Found a jar of BBS eggs. Found a jar of BBS. Oh, on my kitchen floor. Was very happy. Finally used the hatchery. Took me a minute to grasp what she was saying. I'm going to move through this pretty quick. Sorry if I missed something. Just shout it out. Anna Banana, how you doing?
What was the one that said something about Ed and I saw a bat?
Bat ray for your petting.
You were petty.
They always have the same stuff in there.
Leopard
They
crab.
get the sharks who are primarily invert eaters, so their teeth are way back in their mouth, and then the rays without the barbs, so they don't jack up the kids. Ever fish eat that type of carb named leopard carb? Leopard.
I don't know what the question. Try that again. Can a pufferfish
can
eat
pufferfish
that
eat?
type of carb?
Oh, of a leopard crab. Well, I mean, I've seen a lot of people feed their
Oh crap!
big ones. My dragon puffers passed away, so I currently don't have any puffers right now.
Yeah, I don't have puffers either. But I would imagine if it's a big enough puffer, it will. I've seen puffers go after them on YouTube. People being
Yeah.
jackasses and dropping them in a big puffer tank.
Well, I would love to put him in my 200-gallon, but I don't want him bothering my Synodontis. You know, I mean, he's about, I don't know, 13, 14 inches long. He's a big dude, but that crab might come up and still try to pick on him, you know?
Oh yeah, you never know. I mean, if he's sleeping and doesn't get away. I had a crayfish, the wild crayfish. That's why I'm always skeptical about seeing people buy those, the designer ones. Because I had one in my goldfish pond out back when I lived in the city, and it would just snag these shabumpkin that were still very small, but I bought like a bunch of them, and it would just snag them, and immediately it would go right to the mouth, So even if I saw it happen and I scooped them up, there was no saving it. He'd already eaten the face right off the thing. I mean, it was that fast.
Well, and they must eat their shells because I've never found a shell or, is her body in there. So she must be eating her own shell.
Oh yeah, when
she
molts. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I think they actually do. I think they use it as a what is the carb? Not carb. The
calcium.
Calcium. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I know shrimp do it, so makes sense that she does it.
Dead snail shells are an inch thick in the Faja tank. Wow.
Huh.
Be right back. Wes.
Well,
All right.
in my 120, I didn't realize I had so many ram horn snails in there. And when Rack gave me his coolie loach, it went on a killing spree. And I mean, there's like a half-inch thick of shells. I had no idea they were even in there. It just went to town eating them all. I haven't seen a snail since.
Yeah.
They must have all
I-
been under the ground.
I know there's snails in the 210, but the fish that I have in there keep the big ones just gone. They get to a certain size and they get ate. So I do
Well-
see an occasional tiny little pinhead sized ones in there, but the minute they're big enough to look like a meal, they're gone.
My dragon puffer ate like I think 2 snails ever, and it didn't even break the shell. It just kind of ate it, and when it came out, there wasn't a snail anymore inside of it.
Right.
And
That's how
it
a lot of them do it. Pull it right out of there.
well, that dragon puffer was a lot of fun. I mean, it really was. It was their ambush guy, so it would just sit there, and
Mhm.
then you bam. But most of the time, I would feed it gold or guppy calls. It ate 1 molly because I was testing the water and I forgot that it was in there because I set up the tank and I thought the puffer was coming in on Thursday and it came on Monday. And so I put it in there and then I went, oh, I got to get the molly out. And I turned around and the molly was already gone.
Jeez.
So I know I and Dan, it was from Dan's or Get Gills or Dan's Fish, and I put it in there so he doesn't give them food for a few days, so it was hungry. But
Right, but usually, they need a little settle in period, right?
I know. Well, he said, be careful, or he wrote a note saying, watch your fingers when you open this bag. So it's like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? But I got the thing out and it's like big. It's like a Nerf ball. He said it was the biggest one he had. And I turned around and it was gone. And then I would feed it about, I don't know, 8 krill a day, jumbo krill. But if the krill would fall all the way to the ground or land on its head, it wouldn't eat it. So I'd have to use the tweezers, pick it up and drop it again. And it would only hit it when it was moving.
And a banana says, I have a very good white worm culture that produces really well, but I'm afraid of feeding too much to my tank and the fish get bloat. The cardinals seem to eat an insane quantity of them if I let them. Is that something that could happen? I don't know.
I suppose.
I don't feed that stuff.
I've had micro worms a few times and banana worms and stuff. And I normally would just do enough like this with my finger and then stick it in there. And that's what I would feed. I used to feed my daisy rice fish that way. And then I realized my daisy rice fish eat flakes. So it's like I stopped doing it,
Right.
because it's just so much and it smells so bad. So my daisy
Lefty
rice
agrees.
fish don't get it.
He says if he recalls correctly, they will eat their shell to regain the calcium they lose when they shed.
Yeah, I
The
heard
Oscars
that.
eat snails. Yeah, so you know what does too is convicts. Convicts will eat the hell out of snails.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of cichlids love snails. Gosh, I think is there a cichlid that doesn't like snails? That'd be easier. Maybe discus and angels.
Oscars. I've tried to feed snails to my Oscars many times and they never eat it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't think of a time when I saw one eat, but I'm not. June's probably seen it
I've never had an Oscar.
as many as she's got, so
That's blasphemy, Ed.
I find that impossible to believe.
Never.
So
true.
Xanadu, I was in a Chicago fish store, and I saw a large ornate biker eating a small ornate biker, and I reached in the
Oh,
tank.
no.
I didn't even care. I just put my hand in there and I grabbed the big guy and I kind of gave him a little shake, and he let go, and the little guy swam away. Probably to die later, but he did get away from being ate at that moment.
Muscus and angelfish don't even feel like they should be in the cichlid family.
Oh, I thought I was locked up again.
Nope.
Nothing to do with fish, but still might make you laugh, was showing a documentary on the revolution from 2006 to 7th grade, and the narrator read a letter that called the British general a shy bitch.
Oh my gosh. That's pretty rough and pretty awesome.
Whip having 27 pea puffers in my 60-gallon breeding snails constantly is a must. Yeah. Well, then because once you get the mystery snails going, they can give you a ton of them. But I don't know if anything can outproduce just a pest snail.
Yeah, the bladder or the pond snails are crazy.
Yeah. So there's Big Steve saying he feeds the heck out of his white worms.
I mean, every day I just kind of did this and used to dip my finger in there, and you just see them float in there, and all those daisy rice fish would just devour it. And then I would feed. Well, then I went to the co-op fry food, and they were doing that. And then I just tried fish flakes, and they devoured it. And I was like, why am I
Why
worried
waste
about
my time?
these? Yeah. So I don't even use the fish or the fry food on them.
Judge,
I
I don't think coolies will do anything of the sort. They are just peaceful fish, unless one of you two have had a different experience. Coolie loaches don't eat snails, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, I bet they eat all baby ones. I bet.
I've never seen one be aggressive towards anything. But that's just
what
my
loaches
experience.
eat.
So.
Loaches.
Coolie loaches eat whatever is
snails.
on the bottom of the tank, whatever makes it to the substrate.
I'm going to ask Google. It's probably not the smartest place to ask, but I'm going to ask to see if I don't know what he said something about it. He loved micros. They just smell so bad, and it's kind of funny because two of the different women in my life have seen my micro worms in my kitchen, and they thought that it was the first one thought it was just some food that went bad and threw them away, and then the other one thought it was a grease bucket, and so she poured all the bacon grease in there on my things. That wasn't good.
Nope, that's not good for them.
I'm just gonna check. Do all loaches eat snails?
John's Oscar loves snails and his angels. June's does. I've never seen my Oscars eat one.
It says the only loach that will ignore snails is the coolie loach. It typically ignores snails and won't bother with them. So the coolie loach is one loach that may not eat them, but I think it will if it's hungry and they're small. And snails are pretty small when they're babies, so we don't know what everything might be eating them then. Nope. Okay. Well, there's you just said it too.
We got low cheese not all. Yep. There's Nathan. Hey, Nathan. Howdy, y'all. Driving home from Sacramento Aquarium. Sacramento.
Did he see any steam fox at the Sacramento Aquarium Society meeting?
Yeah. Did you see?
Did they
Were
move?
there
to
any font? Oh, my internet's giving me shit. I think since I'm at the bottom, we might as well pull the plug on this thing while we're ahead of the game. And
One of the women's was my mom, and the other one was a past girlfriend for about 7 years ago. If somebody said something about women in my life with might
yeah,
be one.
John did. John did.
Okay.
7 years ago. You were dating that wrestler from WCW, that chick.
So anyway, I guess we should go so Jeremy can go play with his fish tanks.
I wanted a 24-hour stream, Whip. Let's go.
I'm gonna fall asleep on this here computer real quick here. Got to get up early on the work days, you know.
Tomorrow's Sunday.
Did you want to show your picture of your people?
No,
Or
I've
you
got
want-
it. I saved it on my photos to pop. You know how you can save photos on the side? Well, I'll tell everybody. My nephew got engaged like a week ago, right before my show, 2 weeks ago, I think. Well, his mother-in-law's, one of them's a photographer, and she was hiding in the bushes and took photos of him as he was asking her. And so I've got some there. It's not his mother-in-law yet, but you know, once they get married.
Will be,
But
yeah.
so but all the family was at the end of this tunnel watching, and he couldn't see him because they were all in the dark. And then they surprised them all. He knew they were there. She didn't know they were there because he set the whole thing up.
Right. One of them had to have known.
Yeah. So, but I saved 2 pictures to share because I wanted to show my Uncle Bruce. He was there last week, and since I have family that watches the show, I wanted to show it on mine. Nothing personal.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I remembered you saying after the show, God dang it, I forgot to show them. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
if you want, you can do it on Saturday, but they're not here, so it wouldn't do you any good.
And just in case Uncle Bruce is here, I love you and thank you for watching.
All right, guys. We'll have a good night, better tomorrow, and we'll see you on Thursday, if not before. Bye.